a blog on education, probably the most knowledgeable person I know on the attacks on education. Here he is, Robert Skeels.
Mónica, escucha, estamos. Mónica, escucha, estamos en la lucha. Mónica, escucha, estamos en la lucha. Mi nombre es Robert D. Skeels y soy un activista por las escuelas públicas. My name is Robert D. Skeels. I'm an education writer and a social justice activist. We're here to celebrate adult education, and we're also here to save adult education, you see, because this is such a critical program, not just for immigrant families, where it's a lifeline, and an opportunity that's unmatched, right? But just to the entire community. Adult education is a critical and important, function. See? This board isn't just cutting adult education. It's cutting SRLDP, which is School Readiness Language Development Program, which is critical for immigrant children to transition over to English classes. It's cutting early education childhood centers, where children get a leg up and get ready for kindergarten. It's cutting the entire K-6 arts program. Because see, they have a mind that in certain schools, privatized schools, they get art classes, but in our public schools, we don't get art classes for the children. You see, and these budget priorities and these policies are unacceptable to our community. You see, and we want to tell this board no more. I know some people equivocate and make excuses for this board. All I do is write about education. I write for Schools Matter with Dr. Krashen, Dr. Stephen Krashen, Dr. Jim Horn, Dr. Peel Thomas. I know people like Ryan Markovich. I know all of the big names in education. And we were looking at the budget for LAUSD. And the superintendent has literally budgeted hundreds of millions. I didn't say hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of millions of dollars for standardized testing and to link that to the evaluations of teachers. In fact, because they didn't have a standardized test for K-6, then in September of this year, he imported a new system called DIBELS, okay? Another several $millions, to basically test children. Now, I don't know about you, but in my eyes, testing is not teaching. And if we're spending, we have hundreds of millions of dollars for testing, we have to have money for adult education. We have to have money for K-6. We have to have money for community students. It's unconscionable. That this board would tell us that there's no money. We understand there's a deficit. We understand that there's a budget crisis in the state, okay? What we don't understand is in the midst of the crisis that you squander our money on consultants and tests. Spent another $18 million on consultants for SAP, which is the software program that they use for the payroll and stuff like this. This is not in line with what our community wants. This community, I live in a neighboring community, I live in a historic Filipino town. In our neighborhood, they just built a $68 million school and gave it away to a private corporation. See, that's not what our community wants. You see, we want the money spent in our classrooms. We want the money spent in our class libraries, in our school libraries. We want the money spent on adult education. If you're tired of these policies and these budget priorities that reflect the 1% and they don't reflect working people policies, please come see us, because this board has given many pink slips to the hardworking women and men that teach our children and our adults. They've given thousands of pink slips, okay? Well, we're prepared to give a pink slip to Ms. Garcia. And if you're interested in making that happen, please come see us after. Thank you for having me tonight.